Hi, my name is Mackenzie and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been about a month since my last video. I finally have moved in completely into my house in Arizona. Got all my stuff from Cleveland, so we're finally like settled in and still kind of settling in, but so I mean, it is harder to push out videos when you have a kid, but I just wanted to do her like 2, almost 3 month update and kind of tell you guys like how motherhood has been going. And I wrote down a list of things that I was going to talk about today. So I'm going to kind of break it up into sections. The first thing I want to talk about is feeding. So Darnell eats a lot. I'll bring her in at the end of the video. She's taking a nap right now. She might wake up because I'm talking, but Darnell eats a lot, but not more than she should. She is solely just breastfed, and I feed her typically every 2 hours to 3 hours. Sometimes she can go 4 and 5 hours without eating. That's typically at night, but she has been gaining healthy weight. She has not lost a pound since she was born. She just keeps growing. She doesn't eat out of a bottle unless I need my mom or my grandma or Jamar's mom to watch her. So that's the only time she really eats out of a bottle, and she kind of doesn't take it well, but she'll do it. I'm really just feeding her. I mean, in the beginning, breastfeeding was easy, and then it got hard, and then it got easy again, and now it's just easy. The only thing is I leak a lot. Like, I have a lot of milk, which is a blessing. I'm so thankful for that. So I have to wear a little like nursing breast pads. Actually, I can show you. So I buy these nursing breast pads. There's like 60 in a box. You take them out of here and they open up into like a little circle. And I've been using those. I have to use them in my clothes every day, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, it is good that I am getting all of that milk. It's just that I do leak. So that's just the annoying part. Also, I don't really pump every day. I just, like, if I know in advance that she's going to need to be watched or I have to do something, that's when I'll pump. And I can usually get about 5 ounces out of one breast. And when I leave her with bottles, I usually leave her like 15 ounces depending on how long I'm gone. She doesn't typically drink all of that. So, and Darnell currently, well, I wouldn't say currently, her last weigh-in at 2 months. So she's 2 months and 3 weeks. She'll be 2 months and 3 weeks on Thursday. So at Darnell's last weigh-in, she weighed 13 pounds, 7.2 ounces, which is the 91st percentile. She was 24.5 inches long, which is in the 79th percentile. And she got a big head. She's in the, it was 39 centimeters with 73% in the 73rd percentile. So she's growing pretty well, and she's pretty big for a 2-month-old. So the next topic is sleeping. I can tell already that Darnell is a night owl. She likes to sleep all day and she likes to be up all night. And I try keeping her on a schedule. It's difficult for me to keep her on a schedule when I'm like running errands or have things to do during the day, because she sleeps in the car no matter what. Like, every time she sleeps in the car. So when I don't get to keep her on a schedule, she's up later. But since we brought her home, around 10 o'clock is when she wakes up, and she's 10 o'clock p.m. and she just kind of starts fussing. She's such a good baby throughout the day, doesn't really cry unless she's hungry, but for some reason around 10 o'clock she gets a little bit crazy. So last night we kind of had a rough one, but she does like to stay up, and now she kind of wants to stay up and play. It's not stay up and cry, it's like stay up and play. So I can tell she's getting a little bit older. And you know, at night, and when she does start getting fussy, it is kind of hard to soothe her because she doesn't take a binky. She likes to be rocked a particular way and kind of has to, like, she wants you to walk around and hold her and all that stuff. And I'm still trying to get her to take a binky, but I mean, it's okay if she doesn't. Then I don't have to worry about weaning her off a binky later. But she does sleep good when she does get to sleep. So if she does go to sleep around 12, she'll sleep till like 4. Sometimes she'll sleep till 5, which is nice. And she still wakes up about 2 or 3 times a night, and I'll have to feed her. A couple nights she's woken up in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. and then she wants to play. So I know I have to do better at getting her on a schedule, because when I do keep her on a schedule, I can tell that you know, she sleeps better. And it's like 2 hours awake, 2 hours sleeping, 2 hours awake, 2 hours sleeping until bedtime. And I try to keep her up right before bed, and that's when I bathe her. And I was putting her to bed around 10, but I think I'm gonna try putting her to bed a little bit earlier and see if that doesn't help with her bad sleeping habits of going to bed late. But if I read in an article on this baby app that I have, the Baby Center, and it said like if your baby is a night owl right now, that they're probably going to be like that the rest of their life. So we'll see how that goes. She does sleep in our room. The way our house is set up, her bedroom is on the complete opposite side of the house. I don't want to, and because she's eating 2 or 3 times a night, I don't want to wake up and walk across the house. We do have like cameras in her room and stuff, but it's just too much. She will sleep in her own bed and stuff, but just so for right now, we have a setup in our room with you know, those portable cribs, and her little changing table that comes with the portable crib. That's all set up next to our bed, and then we have a rocker, and she sleeps in her rocker that it serves as a bassinet and just like a swing that you can prop up. So she loves that, and she sleeps in there. I will say from time to time she does sleep with us, but I'm finding out now, kind of in her 2nd month, that she gets uncomfortable in the bed with us, and she actually wants to be put in her rocker, which is really nice, because I don't really sleep good when she's in the bed because I know she's there. And so I'm really cautious about like rolling over, and I you know, I want to keep her protected when we sleep. So it's nice that she's wanting to sleep in her rocker. And when we put her down for naps as well, she just goes into her little rocker, and I put it on, and she likes to be rocked hard, so I put on the highest setting, and she just chills and sits in there and falls asleep. So I think that's about it when it comes to sleeping. I mean, I'm still tired, but like during the day, but some days, if we have rough nights, we'll sleep in, because she'll sleep until like 1 p.m. I'm not kidding. Some days we'll sleep until like 10:30, and then I'll try to get her up and play, and then I'll let her take her morning and her afternoon naps later after that. But I'm getting used to being tired. So I'm not getting rest, but you know, you get used to being tired, and that's just how you have to function. So next, I want to talk about her development in these past 2, almost 3 months. So I wrote some things down. She's smiling now, and I'll insert videos and stuff throughout this video, and some at the end, so you can kind of see how she's grown. Yeah, she's smiling a lot more. Like if we make eye contact and I smile, she smiles back at me. And sometimes even when she's by herself, she'll be kicking her feet and she'll smile. And she loves to lay on her little, like, you know, the play things, and they have like the little toys dangling, the little play mats. She loves that, and she'll just look at them, and she'll kick her feet and get really excited. Also, she can hold her head up really high on tummy time, and you can see she's moving her legs and trying to crawl and all of that stuff. So it's really, really, really cute to see her grow and get stronger and do all these new things every day. You can tell she's very aware of her surroundings. She's constantly turning her head and looking around and trying to see like what's in her environment, and I don't know, I just keep saying it, but it's just really cool to see. She's also talking a lot more. As you can see in a couple of these videos I'll play, she's talking a lot more. She loves to just coo and babble and, you know, do all that stuff. And I think that she's kind of understanding me a little bit. It sounds weird, but like when I tell her to like kick her feet, I go kick, 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 and she'll just go crazy and start kicking her feet and getting all excited. And then when I say eat, I go eat, eat. And I'll hold her up to me, and she'll put her hands together and like open her mouth and get ready to eat. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like she's actually understanding me. I am starting to decipher her cries. I can tell when she's tired. I can tell when she just has to pass gas or poop or whatever, or just kind of the noise that she makes. I can just tell now what they are. So it's kind of cool that you kind of understand. You just start to understand them and understand what they want without them. Obviously they can't speak, so it's cool that you can understand what they need based on what sounds they make. She's also starting to roll over, and she's only done it in the bed, and she's starting to do it in her little rocker. It's kind of scary because she does like to put her face into the rocker. So I'm gonna have to probably find a way to keep her on her back, but she loves to lay on her side. That's when she sleeps the best, is when she's just on her side, knocked out. It was just one day she got this urge to roll over, and she did it a few times. She hasn't been able to do it on the floor, but she did it on the bed. And I think that she was hungry, so that was a little bit more of a motivation for her to roll over. So that was really cool to see. I was so excited. I was so excited. And she also loves bath time and swimming. She loves water. So her bath times, she loves to just sit in the water. And it's kind of funny because she doesn't like really smile or anything. She did this last time, but she doesn't do too much of that. She just likes to, just really sit in the water, and she gets really calm. And we take her into the pool and, kind of walk around the pool with her, and she loves it. And I love bath time. That's such a special time where you just get to like talk and bathe them, and they're just chilling in the water. So we love bath time a lot. She has also been putting her hands in her mouth more and knowing to grab and put things towards her mouth. She hasn't quite got the hang of it, but I can see that she's getting better and better at it, more and more. So she'll, if I put my finger and let her hand grasp my finger, she'll put my finger to her mouth, or if she grabs hold of a blanket, she'll try to put it in her mouth. So her motor movements are starting to get more purposeful, like intentional, I guess. And I guess it's a big thing when they can start putting things towards their mouth. So I think that's all I have to say about her development. Now I just want to talk about adjusting to motherhood. It is definitely crazy. Like, your life changes like that from the day they're born. You sleep no more, and but you get used to being tired, like I said before. And motherhood has just been a special experience, and I just look at her every day and I just can't believe that I'm her mom, or that I pushed her out. Like, that's my baby. And sometimes, like, if my mom watches her and I'm away from her for a while, I'll be like, oh shoot, like I have the child. Like, and then when I see her, I just get so excited. I miss her when she's asleep for some reason. Like, she'll be sleeping and then she'll wake up, and I'm so excited for her to be awake and for us to, play together. I love running errands with her. She's the best baby to run errands with. She sleeps, really. She just sleeps the whole time. So, and we get lots of attention because everybody wants to look at her. But she's like my little best friend. So it's been really fun, and we just chill together all day. And I just think the hardest part is going to bed, but in the morning, she's the sweetest. Oh my gosh, she wants to talk and smile, and so the mornings are my absolute favorite, and I forget what happened the night before if we had a rough night. But other than that, I wanted to talk about my body and working out and all that stuff. So as far as my body goes, I'm no longer bleeding down there, and that stopped around 6 weeks. And I had a 7-week checkup, and I was cleared. So that is that. I know people say, now talking about my hair, I know people say when you get an epidural that you could lose hair. I have not lost any hair, thank God. My hair is actually doing excellent. I have not cut it in over a year, so it's actually getting super long, which I love. And I don't think I'm gonna cut it. I know I might trim my ends just to, for health purposes, but I'm loving the length. I'm loving how healthy it's been. My skin kind of was trying to get acne for like a week, but I think my hormones might have balanced out. So I don't really have acne. I still have like my acne scars, but my acne overall has been wonderful. Not my acne has been wonderful, but my face has been clear. And so that's just been, really good. And it's made me a little bit more confident because, my body isn't where I want it to be, but it's nice that my hair and my face are doing well. I'm gonna show you guys what my stomach looks like right now. So I did get my belly button ring back in. It's not the cutest right here, and I still am a little dark in this area. but my stretch marks are very dark and very strong. I'm trying to get better at putting cocoa butter on it and a little bit of bio oil. So I'm trying to get better with that. It's the same on this side. I do have like a bit of loose skin. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, you know, a little loose, and I have that little pooch, but obviously it could be way worse. I'm losing weight every day. It's just a lot of loose skin, like, or not a lot, I won't say a lot. It's just loose skin, you know, kind of just like jiggly, you know. I also have stretch marks down my legs as well. And I know those will lighten up over time, but for right now, like, this is what I'm working with, and it's, you know, it's not what my body used to look like, but I'm learning to adjust and just kind of just enjoy the journey of trying to get my body back. And I have to remember, like, I did an amazing thing, and that it's okay that my body looks like this. And it's hard. My husband reminds me every day that I look good, and but you know, when you just don't feel the same, it's kind of hard to, you know, believe it when people tell you that you look great. But I am working out. I'm working out as hard as I can right now. I got approved to work out, but I noticed my core is very weak. So I'm making sure I'm not pushing myself too much, because I don't want to get, I'll put the definition up here in the word, but it's something where your abs don't heal back together, and some women actually need surgery. So I'm trying not to push myself too hard in the core area, and kind of work around it, work on toning my legs and getting my butt lifted again. And I'm doing cardio to try to get rid of that loose skin around my stomach area, that muffin top, I guess you can call it. So I'm working on that. I do fit in my old jeans, but they're tight. Like, I gotta work to get them up. And then when I button it, it's that loose skin that kind of just sits over them. So I need to buy more high-waisted jeans so I can, you know, just kind of get everything in there. I did my belly button ring. I was talking about that a little bit. I got it in again, but it was closing. So I actually don't fit a standard belly button ring. I actually went down a size in the bar, and I pushed that through. So I'm hoping that maybe with having this smaller belly button ring in, I can maybe work my way up to getting back to the standard size belly button rings. But for some reason, when I put that in, I kind of felt a little bit better about myself, you know, because I've had that since I was 18, and I wanted to keep it. I did have a pregnancy belly button ring until about 6 or 7 months, and then it just got like uncomfortable, and it was the pregnancy one, but I just ended up taking it out and just hoping that the hole would stay open, and it pretty much did, but I could tell it was like on the verge of closing. I think that's pretty much what I talked about. I wanted to show you guys my placenta pills and what they look like. Okay, my camera died, so I'm gonna hurry up and get through the last part of this. These are my placenta pills, and this is what they look like. They're called Happy Pills. I'll put all the information if you guys want, or if you guys are looking into doing this, I'll put all the information below. But this is what they look like up close. And I take one of these twice a day. And they're supposed to be if you're feeling run down, fatigue, or emotionally fragile, or and for losing weight. And it's not, none of this is scientifically proven, but it also doesn't hurt to try. There's just a lot of benefits that they claim to have. So it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be. I think it was like $180 because I added other herbs to the placenta that help with other things and in recovering after giving birth. I'll put everything down below. Literally can't remember what I put inside of it, but everything will be down below. I'm also continuing to take my prenatal pills. I just feel like they have everything you need in them. Like, they don't have to be just for pregnancy. They could be your multivitamin. So I'm still taking my prenatal pills. I'm also taking magnesium. I also have mommy brain and can't remember why you need to take magnesium after birth, but in my birthing class, they highly recommended taking magnesium. And if I remember, I'll put like a little note right here, why you should take magnesium after birth. I'm also taking calcium and B12 for energy. Now, I just wanted to give you guys just like quick recommendations. Things that I feel like every mom should do. I started this journal the day that I found out I was pregnant. So this is the journal I received actually at my bridal shower. In this book, I have written since the day I found out that I was pregnant, everything that I've been feeling and just stuff that's on my heart. Like it says write with your heart. So everything I've been feeling, and I wrote like once a week, and I made sure that I did it, and it was actually fun to do. It wasn't something that I felt like I was forced to do. I enjoyed writing this. I want to remember my journey, my pregnancy journey, because I ask a lot of women, and even my mom, like, oh, how did you feel here? And what did you feel here? And people tend to forget how, you know, how their journey went. So I really, really wanted to remember. So I'm still writing to this day. I write, if Darnell does something new, I write it. Every time we go to the doctor, I write her weight and stuff in here. And I wrote the schedule I tried to put her on. Like, I want to give this to her one day, and she can read it and see my experience. And even looking back right now, on the first parts of my pregnancy when I was sick, it's really cool to see like how I felt, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that day, that was a rough one, or anything like that. So I really recommend writing in a journal your whole pregnancy, and it'll be a really good gift to give to your child one day. And I think they'll really enjoy reading it from your perspective. Also, a lot of people don't print their pictures anymore. So I got this album from Amazon. It's so pretty. And I started printing out pictures. And just a recommendation, don't print your pictures at Walgreens or like any like pharmacy, drugstore like that. Print them out at Costco. It's super, super cheap. And well, I know you have to get a membership, but it's super cheap, and the pictures come out so much better, because you know when you print iPhone pictures, sometimes they're blurry and cropped all weird. So, I mean, you can tell what pictures I printed out at Walgreens and what I printed out at Costco. But I have all of the pictures from the day she was born to her newborn pictures, so you guys can see, like, just print your pictures out. Like, I'm sure most of you guys have albums that your parents put together, and you know, I just feel like we're in a generation that has everything on your phone, but that can disappear. And also the videos I'm taking of her, after 3 months, I'm gonna combine all of those videos and put them on a USB, and I think at Costco it's like $15 to create like a DVD and a USB and to do all that. So I want to make sure that I have all of that stuff safe. So I'm going to make a DVD and a USB of all of her videos since the day she was born. So I have tons in my phone. So, and then you can delete them off your phone and have room for the next 3 months. And I think every 3 months I'm going to end up going to Costco and doing that. But every few weeks I go to Costco and I just print out the pictures I have. And it's like, I think again, like $15 to print out like 100 pictures, or maybe even less. And I just love going through this, and people like coming to my house and they'll look through it. And I know she's like sitting right here, but it's still really fun to look at, you know, just, you know, your journey and her journey. And I don't know, it's been really fun. So this is turning into a really long video, but that's just the updates. I'm gonna go run and grab her really quick. She sleeps, so this might be a bad idea. Okay, she is asleep. She was asleep, and I know this is making her mad. But here she is, and I know she's not dressed. It is too hot in Arizona to be dressed, but here's Darnell, and she is big and chunky, and I'm gonna let her take her nap. I just wanted to show you guys real quick all her rolls and all her goodness. Yes, say hello. I'm ready to go back to sleep. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.